Alrighty guys, in today's video we're going to be looking at how to back up your designs using the design editor, and this will be within FlexiPRINT. But before that, let's have a quick intro first. So today's video can be found on softwaretraining.co.za. We make short and easy to watch problem solving videos, and we also have daily updates. Now if we head into the program here, like I mentioned, we're going to be looking at backing up our design with using the design editor, and this will be a mini series on the design editor. So first thing I want to do is open our actual design editor, which is obviously the third icon after the undo and redo, and the shortcut for that is E. So if you press E, it will open it for you. And obviously in order to do this you need some form of design. So currently I have this flower or stylized flower design on my layer 1. We go to objects, you zoom here so you guys can actually follow along. So if I go here on my objects, page 1 layer, you can see here I've got a flower design, and if I open and expand this, we've got all our shapes within that. So what makes our design? Now you could try to duplicate the design, but the problem about backing up in that way using the design editor is that the other design will still be on your actual page. So if you want to cut or anything like that, it's going to want to include the backup as well. So in order to do that, I'm going to zoom here again. So on our design editor layers, you'll see here I've got layer 1. Now if I do the eye, we can see, okay, yes, this is the correct eye. So now what I want to do is I can simply right click this one, and then we go to duplicate layer. So there we've got layer 2, then I want to double click the name, and then let's set a few things here in the layer properties. So if it didn't bring up the layer properties and it just brought up the name, you can do all of that here as well. But if you can even go on the color here, try double click that. Okay, sometimes it works. You see how do I do it. So now other option is if it doesn't happen as easy as that, then what you can do is you simply right click this, go properties, and then it'll bring out this layer. Like I said, most of the stuff you can be setting straight here on the actual thing, but let's do this properties just to make stuff more simple. Now if you have some form of style you follow, you can always color all your backups a certain color. Maybe I would personally do something like red, so you know, okay, warning, this is like important stuff. So then you might want to make your main color something else. Let's maybe make this one green, and then so we can know, okay, the green one is the one that's active and the red one is the backup. So now let's go back there, I'm gonna right click, go properties, and then we name this. So we've got here at the moment layer 1 copy, so I'm gonna call this layer 1 backup. And if you want, you could add a date if you're gonna be making many of them, but I'm gonna leave this backup, and then so we know this is the backup of layer 1. Then the other thing which is important I want to do with a backup is I want to make sure I disable all these settings that it's enabled. So I want to make sure it's not visible, so that will hide it for us. It's not printable, not editable, and not cuttable. And the master layer we can also leave off. So now if I say okay, we have this layer which is a backup. If I zoom in here, you can see all our features are disabled. So that means when we go to the cutter or the printer, it's not going to print the backup. But let's say we make a mistake on the actual layer, and then we can always resort back to this one. You can even make another duplicate, rename it, and enable all these things to make that layer editable again. So I'm just going to hide our actual layer 1 and then show our backup layer. So you can see, there we go, we've got a nice copy of that. Now you can also use this process to make, let's say you have a logo design or something and you want to make modifications without editing the old one. So you want to see which one's better, you can do the same thing and you just move the one design off to the left, make sure it's editable so you can actually select it. Or maybe you want variations, you can do the same thing and then you just rename it logo 1, logo 2. Like I said, you can do this under the objects by duplicating these things, but the problem there is you cannot easily hide it or make it invisible to the printers and cutters. But yeah, otherwise that is it on making a backup. It's pretty straightforward. So just quick recap, we want to open our design editor, locate the layer that we want to make up a backup of, right click it, go duplicate, and then once we've done that, we want to go properties, rename it, and disable all these features. Then we have a nice backup of our actual design. But yeah, in the meanwhile though, if we head here to softwaretraining.co.za, you guys will notice we've got a variety of different softwares we do cover, and you can also isolate your search on the top right. If you do not, however, find the training videos you're looking for, just simply go here, request a training video, fill in the mini form, and then we'll do our best to try and make that for you. But otherwise, thanks guys for watching, and cheers.